Right. So this is the first of what might possibly be a longer series of YouTube videos. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Luca. I'm the owner of Cobalt Club, 7 and 8 figure e-commerce retention agency. And I wanted to go a bit into the differences between the operations behind a 100K per month e-commerce store and a 1 million per month e-commerce store. And having worked with over 30 clients and all of them being in this sort of range and some going up to 5 million per month, there is a clear difference, but it's also not as drastic as you think, right? And the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm pretty sure that as a 100K per month brand owner, one of the things that is in your mind is definitely delegation, right? But sometimes you just don't manage to hire the right people, or you don't know exactly what to hire for. And there's a kind of multifaceted approach to this all. Obviously, this video might just be a longer talking session than expected, but at the same time, I also want to make this pretty informative. And the reason why I'm doing this, to be fully transparent, is not only obviously to provide value and the insights that you might not find somewhere else, because let's be honest, you might not have a lot of people in your circle that are running 1 million plus per month e-commerce stores, right? But me being the owner of a retention agency, our goal is to grow our clients to that revenue amount and possibly even more. And a handful of our clients are already past that benchmark. There are a few things that they do differently, but with this video, I just want to focus a bit more on the retention side and also on the delegation side, right? So if you are at a 100K per month, the main thing that you focus on is basically the whole new wave of new customers, right? And for that, your focus is pretty tunnel visioned on your NCPA. So that is your new customer acquisition price, right? Where you're going to be looking the most at this price is either on TikTok, on Meta, or wherever you have your attribution software. And that's where you're going to be looking at. When that's the only metric that you have, you tend to be a bit negligent with the other aspects of your business, right? You might actually find yourself doing support tickets by yourself, right? You might find yourself, who knows, even managing the email part by yourself. You might still think that emails and SMS is one of those things that you just need, the core flows that you have on your default Klaviyo account. Just change the logo up, change the copy up, put the products that you have in there, and that's basically it. Now, the thing is, I'm going to go into the things that for you might be counterintuitive. You might think, why would I need someone else to do customer support when it only takes me like 3 hours a day? Look, that 3 hours a day is something that you could use negotiating with suppliers, creating better content, right? Negotiating with better creators to create that better content that you could then cross-pollinate the socials, put it inside of your ad library, and test different angles, right? Whether that's on paid or email. Automate that, right? That's one of the main things that you can do. Either hire someone or get something set up that is going to be able to automate your customer support. There are plenty of things right now with AI agents, and you might be thinking, I don't want to have the returns or customer conversation in someone else's hand. But this is one of the things where AI actually excels at, right? So these repetitive tasks where you know that someone's going to ask a question and you're going to come back with the same answer time and time again, this is something that can be automated, right? The second part is when it comes to retention as well, a lot of people think that the customer journey does end, say, after the first purchase, but that's not really it. See, when we build flows out for clients, we always tend to label them as pre or post, right? So pre or post purchase. we actually end up having more flows labeled as post than pre. So what does that mean? That means that there's more opportunity for you to increase your LTV, increase your AOV, and actually get repeat customers back in an easier manner than it is to actually get new customers in, right? Because when it's about acquiring new customers, you need to consider a lot of factors. You need to consider how good the content is. You need to consider how good your front end offer is. You need to consider how good your product is. But once there's like this quote that says, second money is easier than first money, right? And you've probably noticed that too. The first time you buy from a brand, it makes every single purchase that comes after that easier. And that's exactly how your customers think, right? When you are doing your post-purchase flows, and when I mean post-purchase, I don't just mean the post-purchase, right? The 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, and so on and so forth buyer post-purchase. But I'm talking about other flows as well, right? So customer win-back, customer replenishment. That is if you're running a CPG brand. If you're running fashion, obviously you do cross-sells. You need to analyze your customer list and see the average time between purchases and then cross-sell based on that specific time frame. But again, retention does not end on the first purchase, and you need to focus on to all of these flows that you can put after that first purchase. What kind of products can you recommend? What kind of offers can you push that are either similar or of the same impact as your top of funnel offer? Because a lot of clients actually do come with the mindset of, it's fine if I give like a 30% off on the first purchase, but God forbid I do that for loyal customers, when it should actually be the other way around, right? So what I've noticed is offers when it comes to a customer journey kind of follow this bell curve. So at the start, but it's a bit of a reverse bell curve. So first off, you start with the top funnel offer, which obviously would be like one of the best ones. And then after first purchase, second, third, right, it kind of stabilizes into a region where you're not giving up a lot of your margin, where you're also pushing a good enough offer to get people back in. Also know when I mean offer, I don't necessarily mean discount. So that could be like a free product with an order. It could be bundles. It could be free shipping. It could be, say, if you're selling digital products, it could include like a 1-hour consulting call. Everything that is not going to eat up into your margins and that you can fulfill with minor effort, right? And then it reverses back up after someone has spent, let's say over 5 to 10 times the AOV on your store, or they become a 4th, 5th, 6th time buyer, right? Those are the people that, since they bought so much from you, they deserve to be treated like a VIP. And a lot of people do tend to forget that this part inside of the business is one of the things that you need to actually focus on. And so many times I've noticed brand owners handling this themselves, right? So you log into their Klaviyo account and they send 4 to 6 campaigns per month. They have a few flows, and the reason why they prefer to stay stuck here is because Klaviyo and a lot of marketing softwares do tend to over attribute a bit. So when they see 20% of revenue coming through email, and that is specifically through few flows and 1 or 2 weekly campaigns, they think that is ideal, but that's really not ideal. That's the bare minimum that you could be doing. You need to actually find experts, right? And you can't just find anyone, because when it comes to the retention side of your business, see, even the word retention is a bit tricky because it makes you feel like your customers are kind of like an orange and you're just squeezing all the juice left that's out of them. But that's not the case. Customer's a person. As long as there's funds and a desire for your brand, there's going to be an opportunity to purchase. All you have to do is to find the right timing, and you have to get them in, right? Now the thing is, as a brand owner as well, since you're getting pitched by 100, 200 agencies every single year, when it comes to the retention side, they all come with the same process. Sorry, the same promise. Add 20 to 30% extra revenue to your store. And the thing is, once they hit that number and you see it attributed, things start to stagnate. But you're always aware in the back of your mind that there's always something that could be done better. And there always is, right? So you can always improve flows. You can always send more campaigns. You can also send tailored campaigns. You can also include basically immortal concepts when it comes to selling, which can be basically extracted from the best marketers of all time, right? The best direct response marketers of all time. Think of the ads today. Basically, the content does the talking. But back then, 1960s, 1970s, when you had a new product on the market, a picture did not do it enough justice, right? And that's where you had to come in aggressively and find the copy that would trigger someone's emotions and get them to buy. By implementing these kind of things inside of your flows and campaigns, you can be sure that you're going to have a revenue increase. Now, obviously, as well, one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because there's just so much supply when it comes to the retention side of e-commerce that it's very hard to distinguish who knows what, right? It's really hard to be passed as an expert, and the most successful people I know that run, 7, 8-figure agencies are people who have never posted a YouTube video, stay low-key, and all they do is let their team do the work and let the results speak for themselves. And at this point, this is exactly what I've been doing, but it just feels like there has to be something or someone to shake the space up a little bit, right? And actually provide some useful info for once, because if you search email marketing, the things you will find are email marketing course for Shopify, how to create a converting abandoned cart flow, how to design emails. And these things here are not things that you as a brand owner should be looking at. These are things that the agency that you hire should be doing, and you shouldn't have to lift a finger. The only thing that agency should be giving you is a lot of questions about, hey, what is the best offer we can push? A lot of questions about, hey, can you approve this email to go out? And the third one, a monthly report just to basically tell you what has been done and how the revenue is increased, right? They tick these boxes, and that's good. And if they don't try to, think of themselves as the best agency and actually delivering mediocre results, then you might find yourself in good hands. But again, back to the original topic, one of the main differences is 1 million per month e-commerce stores do focus a lot on the retention side, because at the end of the day, it's a vicious cycle. The more you focus on the retention side, which again is a tricky word because it means that you're just retaining, that's really not the case. By focusing a lot on retention, you're ensuring growth for your brand. And as a brand owner, this is the main thing that you want to do. Who knows, maybe you have some side goals as well, such as maintaining brand identity, but not sacrificing it at the expense of growth, right? Because there's a lot of brand owners who don't want to run, risky TikToks or giveaways or anything of that sort in order to preserve brand identity. And that's completely fine, and that's one of the things that as a brand owner you need to actually dictate the direction of. But at the same time, whoever's helping you with your marketing efforts should be the one leading the ship to growth together with you. And again, one of the parts that separates these people, these 1 million per month e-commerce stores, from 100K per month is proper delegation, right? If you know how to delegate your paid ads, right, and that is Google, Meta, TikTok, how to delegate your attention to a team of experts as well, how to delegate content creation, and with that I mean not only product pictures, but also TikTok videos, reels, anything that can be used as an ad creative, and then automating customer support, if you're not at 1 million per month, at least you're paving the way to that, right? From there on out, what you have to do as well is try and leverage the retention side of your business to gather insights. Because when you have 100K per month in revenue, yes, you're pushing a lot of new customers, but you need to do something with that, right? So the main thing is try and leverage the retention side to send out surveys. Once you send out surveys, you can actually find out your buyer persona, not just what you think they are, but what they actually are. What do they do? What do they do for work? What do they like doing in their free time? What's their age? What's their demographic? What's their country? Why did they buy your product? And from that data, you can actually try and see what might be some issues that might not let them fully trust you. And then you can leverage that in your top of funnel offer, right? So that's for paid ads. And then you can also find which products did they like the most. And from that, develop iterations that you can put on your website and then cross-sell that. Once you got that, you've basically expanded your SKUs, but at the same time, you've managed to actually gain products that will yield you profit in the long run. Once that's in place, you're basically unstoppable and you're going to hit that 1 million per month revenue goal, right? Now, if you watch this whole video until the end, if you want, I'll just drop my calendar link below. You can book a call. We can go over the retention side of your business. It's basically going over an audit of the main things that you're doing. So that's your email marketing strategy, your SMS marketing strategy. What could be improved? What levers can you pull for the highest ROI? And basically how we can help you take you there. So this might be one of 10, 100, or 1,000 YouTube videos up and coming. But if you have any questions, again, just book your call or drop a comment and I'll be happy to reply to these.